Hi everyone, my name is Deep. Welcome back to my channel, Deep's Hobbies. This is where I chat all about all my hobbies, mainly knitting, crochet, sewing, sometimes my plants, and sometimes reading. Today I have a knitting planning video for you inspired by Nitty Natty, and we are going to plan out the year in knitting. It's not going to be like fully formal, like, oh, I have to do this, and if I don't do it, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. But it's just to help keep me accountable, get all of my yarn used up that I have, and then kind of like start working on the patterns that I bought. If that sounds great to you, grab a drink, grab a project, maybe even your own journal, and let's hop right into it. Okay, so I have my journal and I have my pen, and basically the first plan is to write out all of my whips that I have going on for knitting right now, and then the yarn that I have bought for specific projects. That way I can kind of see like, okay, what projects do I have like planned already based on what I have in terms of yarn in my stash and everything, and then go from there to plan out the year. Okay, so I have everything right here, and I will be letting you know kind of what I wrote down and the thoughts and everything behind it. So this part will be a bit chatty. For my whips, I have the Marielle blouse, so I have that right here with me. I am stuck on Sleeve Island, and I'm very much so struggling to get off. I have not touched this one in, I think, a week. I think the last time was last weekend. So it looks like it's not a lot done, but I'd say I'm about like a third of the way, approaching to almost a half, because this is a drop shoulder construction, and this does hang a little bit lower. Like I'm coming like right up to here. So I'm kind of getting there, kind of close. Then I have my test knit, which is also one of my whips, and oh, I'm loving how this is turning out. It's so pretty. The texture, the edges, oh, the color, it's so perfect. This one I should be done soon. I also do have a deadline for it as it is a test knit. I am pretty much close to halfway there, so I should be all good to go in the next few days. And then my third whip is the Stella quilt, which I do not have on me, but I have like really struggled to work on that. I joined something called Square Society at one of my local yarn shops, and we are working on the Stella quilt for the group that I am in, and I really got to get cracking. So hopefully I can kind of fit that into like the schedule for this year. For the yarn that I have, so I have some of the yarn upstairs here. I am not filming in my usual spot because we had a bit of a leak in our basement, so I'm literally sitting and filming in bed right now. So for the first one, I have yarn for the Prospect Tee, which I'm test knitting for Tori U, which is super duper exciting. That will be my second test knit, and I got Knitting for Olive merino in the color pea shoots. I do not have it with me, but I'm super duper pumped to make it. I have two tank tops on the list. They're two different patterns, and I don't remember the names of either or, but one of them will be made with this gorgeous yarn from Fireweed Fiber Co. And then the other one is Barocco, and it's also a pink yarn, but I just don't remember. I think it's one of their cotton ones. Maybe it's Pima cotton, but anyways, it's a Barocco yarn. It's also in pink. Then I have yarn for the Stratified pullover, the Brady loop sweater. I have yarn for a vest. I do not remember which vest pattern, but I have the yarn for that. I have the yarn for the 2 pairs of socks I was supposed to make my husband for Christmas that are now turning into a birthday gift. I have yarn for Valentine's Day socks, which I will pull up in the next scene here because I kind of forgot to grab that from down there. And then I have yarn for the step-by-step pullover, and then 2 little pixie bonnets for my daughter. Pixie bonnets are the cutest thing. They have like a little point like right at the back, and then they like tie right here, and like, oh my gosh, they're so adorable. And then the yarn that I have, also not with me right now, but I have it downstairs. I have one of the skeins of it. I subscribed to Fireweed Fiber Co.'s yarn club this year, and I'm super, super pumped for that. I am wanting to knit up my own sock drawers, so I decided a yarn club would be great. I can knit a pair monthly. Has that happened? No. The first one's still sitting there. The second one's probably arriving soon. I'm going to be backed up, but that's okay. So that's kind of what I have for yarn. And then deadlines I have for the Marielle blouse. I want to try to get this done by February 13th so I can wear it to dinner on the 14th because I think it's just so cute and romantic, and I have been working on it for a while. Then for my scarf, it's due on February 6th. The Prospect pullover or Prospect tee is due on March 17th, I believe. But I decided to put up to the 15th just to hold myself accountable and give myself a few days just in case. And then for my husband's socks, because they're going to be a birthday present, I just made them for the day before his birthday. I realized I forgot to show you another yarn that's up here, but this is what I am using for the step-by-step sweater. It is so pretty. It is called Barocco Gianna, and it is in the color Purple Haze. One of my local yarn stores had a winter clearance sale, so I saw this, I felt it, and it's so, so beautiful. It is a combo of wool, cotton, silk, and baby alpaca, and I kind of figured that from like what I've heard about Noro yarns, this is like a similar composition to one of their lines. And without breaking the bank, you can kind of have a similar feeling, and it just looks so pretty. And I want to do the step-by-step sweater because I've been doing so much intricate stuff like this lace work, this lace work. I just need something where I can just sit there and just like do knit, 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 and work it up in stockinette. And I am super duper excited to be doing that, especially with that yarn because it's so soft and so pretty. And I just love like how it all just kind of looks together. And then my other yarn I forgot to show you is my, these are Valentine socks that I'm going to make, but look at this cute pouch. She's so cute. And in here is a self-striping set from Polka Dot Creek. Like, come on. So this one's called Cutie Pie, and I think this is going to be the prettiest sock. I got this as a birthday gift. My lovely husband and my daughter gifted this to me, and I'm super duper excited to be making some socks with this. So this is the other yarn that I had up here that I wanted to show you. Now that we have that out of the way and all of our whips and the kind of the list that I have made, let's get into planning for the year. Out. I put an X by January because we are clearly already past that. We're planning from February till December. So because I also have some deadlines, I fit things in according to the deadlines first. So in February, the first thing we're going to be working on is getting the scarf finished, then the Marielle blouse, and then I'll be working on the Prospect tee. And whenever I need a break from that, I can switch to either my Valentine socks or my Estella quilt. And then in March, I'll have the Prospect tee and then both the pairs of socks for my husband. And when I need to switch out from any of those things, I can work on the Stella quilt. And I have the Stella quilt for every single month just because that is like the goal is to get it done by December. So that will be every month. I'm not going to mention it every time, but that's kind of what the plan is to switch to that whenever I need a break from any ongoing projects. In April, I want to make both of my tank tops. In May, I am going to start on my socks because I will have about 4 to 5 skeins of the socks by then that I probably have not touched or worked on. And then that'll also be the plan for June. For July, going forward from there, hopefully I'm all caught up, including the May and June skeins. And then every month from July onwards till December will also be a sock pair. That will also just kind of be an ongoing thing that I'm not going to keep repeating. In July, I might start the step-by-step sweater. I kind of feel like starting it earlier because like I've been doing so much intricate stuff, but we'll see. I'll slate it in for July for now. August, I'm going to start the vest. September, the Brady sweater. October, I'll have the stratified going. And then in November and December, all I have is just the Stella quilt and my sock pairs. That could change just based on like what I did and didn't do. And again, like this is not laid down. I have to do this, not written in concrete. It's like do whatever you can. It's more so as like a framework for me to be like, okay, cool, you know, like you have stuff for all of this. You really don't need to buy more yarn. Let's get these projects going. So that's kind of the framework for now, kind of the plan. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just start coming back on here every month to report back on like how my progress has been on my plan and like if I'm really staying on track or not. And I think that'll give us a great chance to chat every month about our projects and kind of what we did and do a cute little recap. But yeah, that's the plan. And if you have any suggestions for how to keep your plans organized and keep yourself accountable, that would be awesome. And you can leave them in the comments for me. And if you have any plans as well, I would love to hear about them. So write a little comment. I will make sure to reply to every single one. And I cannot wait to hear what you have in store for this year. That is everything I have for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me yap and organize my projects because I definitely need to think out loud sometimes. If you have any ideas or suggestions for how to keep accountable for your projects for the year, please pop them into the comments. I would love that help. And if you have any of your own plans that you want to share, definitely do type those under the comments too, because I love to hear about what other people are doing. Thank you so much once again. If you're new here and want to stick around, feel free to subscribe. I will have videos rolling out more frequently now. And if you've been here for a while, thanks again for sticking around, and I will see you all next time. Bye.